Let's jump right into today's top 5 news picks and see what's sparking conversations on X. Number 1, Trump's Butler, Pennsylvania rally. Trump said, "I'm coming back to Butler," in a post on X yesterday, and Elon Musk responded saying, "I will be there to support." There also is going to be Scott Presler, among many others, in Pennsylvania tomorrow, Saturday, October 5th. Nick Sorter posted this video of President Trump.
I want to thank Elon Musk. He endorsed me, but more importantly, he endorsed me strongly. He said, "You better vote for Trump if you want to save your country." And he's a smart cookie, but he did something else. I was in Georgia the other day, and after the floods, and they were having tremendous problems, in particular in North Carolina. You can't even get in. They were wiped out. They had no communication whatsoever. And they said, "Do you know somebody named Elon Musk?" I said, "I happen to know him. He just endorsed me." They said, "Is there any way he does a product, Starlink?" Did anyone ever hear of Starlink? And it's another one of his genius products. It is genius too, actually. And they said, "Is there any way?" Because North Carolina, in particular, has absolutely no communication. We can't communicate. You can't get there. You just can't talk. And many people are missing. You know, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. Many people are missing, and our federal government is doing so badly. So I said, "Elon, can you do us a favor? Can you take care of it?" He had, within 45 minutes, planes and helicopters loaded up with this equipment, and they were having perfect communication within less than 24 hours. It was unbelievable.
Number 2, stock market update. Greg Price writes, quote, "Here's everything you need to know about the so-called Great Jobs Report. Over the last year, employment for native-born American workers fell by 825,000. For foreign-born workers, it increased by 1.2 million. The story of job growth under Biden-Kamala is taking credit for added back jobs after COVID, with all the growth going to foreigners." This is in response to the data that came out for job growth that is causing the markets to do very, very good today. MJ Truth Ultra posted a video and said, quote, "People are getting fed up sending billions of our tax dollars over to other countries."
Uh-oh, Nobel Prize-winning economist here to tell us how great the economy is. I certainly wonder how the residents of Asheville, North Carolina must be feeling right now with no access to power or water or communication with the outside world.
Here's Greg Price with a breaking story this morning. Greg Price wrote, quote, "FEMA whistleblowers have come forward alleging that the agency misappropriated funds in the wake of Helene, withheld pre-disaster aid, and that the first responders and service members have been waiting in hotels without deployment orders. This is horrendous. People are accusing FEMA of being absolutely useless in this situation, being corrupt, and having their priorities backwards." Thank you, Lan, for this video here. Joe Biden is completely cooked.
What do the states in the storm zone need, Mr. President?
Okay?
What do the states in the storm zone, what do they need after what you saw today?
Oh, in the storm zone?
Yes, sir.
I'm wondering what storm you're talking about. They're getting everything they need, and they're very happy across the board.
Joe Biden's completely cooked. They're very happy. No, they're not. There's a lot of video from people on the ground there. This is a horrible disaster. Land of illusion again with this. Mayorkas 3 months ago versus Mayorkas today.
FEMA is tremendously prepared. This is what we do. This is what they do. And the key here, Rebecca, is also to make sure that the communities who are potentially impacted are prepared as well. And it's not just hurricanes and wildfires, also extreme heat, which certainly some parts of the United States are already experiencing.
Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas sounding the alarm on FEMA funding right after the devastation of Hurricane Helene. Listen.
We are meeting the immediate needs with the money that we have. We are expecting another hurricane hitting. We do not have the funds. FEMA does not have the funds to make it through the season.
Check out this video from Brianna Morello. She says, quote, "FEMA is calling me a liar."
Throughout the week, I've been reporting how FEMA has been taking over $1 billion of our dollars that's intended for disasters and shifting it towards the illegal invasion going on right now in our country. Now, FEMA's addressing my report on their website right now, calling it a rumor, actually. They're saying that this is false. No money is being diverted from the disaster response needs. Interesting. That's very interesting that FEMA is now denying this. And the reason why I say that is, take a listen. Okay, I never divulge who my sources are behind a story, but I'm gonna do it now because I don't want FEMA calling me a liar. So my source behind all my reporting is actually FEMA itself. If you go to the same website, you search these headlines, guess what? They're on their own website, okay? I pulled all of this information from their press releases. They've been bragging about giving our money away to the invaders for years now. Now all of a sudden, they need more money from Congress. They're calling it a rumor. They're calling it a lie. They're probably calling it a conspiracy theory. But if you go to their website, and in case they delete it, we've got the archive, so don't you worry. And they're bragging about taking your money and giving it to people who are invading our country. That now that you, as Americans who need this money, guess what's happening to it? It's gone. We don't have any of it. And that's according to their own DHS Secretary, Alejandro Mayorkas, who's saying that they don't have enough money to get them through hurricane season. Also, on that same website, they're denying the fact that they're broke. They're saying that that's also false. FEMA has enough money right now for immediate response and recovery needs, okay? So they're hoping that you're just as dumb as they are and that you're not going to fact check them on these things.
FEMA's calling themselves a liar, really. They're not calling her a liar, are they? Using their own information, and they're saying it's not true. What a disaster for FEMA this is. It's not looking good. People are criticizing FEMA massively. FEMA is not getting any good press right now. The Hodge twins are doing fantastic. They said their guys are on their way to North Carolina right now. This was at 4:52 a.m. on October 4th. They said, quote, "We have a truck trailer loaded with supplies, Starlink, ATVs, and a helicopter. We might do a fundraiser for the helicopter fuel. It ain't cheap. We will share updates. We see a lot of people, including Hodge twins, Nick Sorter, Glenn Beck, others on the ground doing what they can to help people there, including a lot of locals. Where's Taylor Swift? Where are the concerts to raise funding? It seems to be just ignored in large part by Hollywood, ignored by the media in many regards. Wendy Patterson said FEMA announced that they just sent 40 generators. 5 states were hit with that hurricane. And she sends a middle finger. People think FEMA should be doing a lot better considering what they are spending their money on. James O'Keefe's undercover work is fantastic. James O'Keefe saying this: "Good morning. Your reminder that the mainstream media is a tool of those in power. Don't take my word for it." And he attached this video here. "Breaking," he writes, "MSNBC producer admits MSNBC is doing all they can to help the Harris campaign." He goes on to say, Hamdan didn't shy away from criticizing the network's audience, stating, quote, "They've made their viewers dumber over the years," and explaining that MSNBC is, quote, "too cozy with Democratic politicians." He said some horrendous things. Listen to this, quote, "The anchor and the politician are just in total agreement about everything." He adds, quote, "If you watch an interview with a Democratic politician, they just finish each other's sentences," admitting to the corruption of the mainstream media, in this case MSNBC. Not long after this, Juanita Broderick pointed out he's gone. He has protected all of his posts on X. If that's not an indication of guilt there, I don't know what is. Owen Gregorian on X posted this exclusive. Scott Presler, who, by the way, is doing a fantastic job getting people to register to vote, flipping counties left and right. He's going to be in Butler, Pennsylvania tomorrow with Trump and Elon Musk and others. Let me know who else is going to be there. I'm going to be following this closely. I'm also going to be live streaming it on X and on YouTube, so tune in there if you want to join and watch it live with me. Let's look at what Owen Gregorian said. He says, quote, "Scott Presler reveals how he forced Pennsylvania to reschedule maintenance on voter registration website from time other than Trump's second Butler, Pennsylvania rally." What happened here was they were scheduled to do site maintenance right in the middle of this event. Usually it's done in the middle of the night. Scott Presler noticed this. He put pressure on it. He highlighted it. Everybody kind of went wild with it, and they rescheduled the maintenance. He's claimed that it was tampering with the voting. Why are they doing it in the middle of the day when they usually schedule it at night? Luckily, they've rescheduled, and Scott Presler has a goal. He wants to register more voters than ever in Pennsylvania tomorrow. The last day to register to vote in Pennsylvania is October 21st. I'm Vince Taglavia. This has been the Best of X.